shy, and one of the only things, or some of the experiences that I had that really helped me come out of my shell and try new things that were out of my comfort zone came through my experiences here with the Vietnam WiSE community. Looking back, I can distinctively remember about 3 different experiences that I had that genuinely had a lasting impact on me and my own personal development ever since, especially in trying new things out that were out of my comfort zone. Like, for example, growing up shy, like I was saying, I didn't have too many opportunities to come up on stage and speak in front of a crowd like I'm doing now, or perform in front of a crowd or anything of that sort. The very first time that I ever went on stage and did a performance, that came through a Vietnam WiSE event. I remember it was a play, a skit, as part of an event just like this, where I got to play a character on stage. In fact, one of my co-actors, Heidi, who just spoke, is also here in the crowd today, so I'm happy to see you. So it came through an event, and I remember as a shy kid, this was something completely out of my comfort zone, and I was entirely a terrifying experience, but I remember doing it because I was part of this community, and everyone around me was putting so much effort into making sure that we had a great event, and I felt like I had to do my part as well. And back then, I'm sure, looking back, I probably did not appreciate that experience as much, but looking back, I know it helped me gain a ton of confidence in myself and being able to do something that was so far out of my comfort zone. And that experience has certainly paid off ever since. Similarly, the very first time that I ever did a PowerPoint presentation was also through Vietnam WiSE, and it sounds very trivial saying it now because these days, I have to do PowerPoint presentations like practically every other day, whether it's to my professors or my managers at work or whatever. But the very first time that I ever did one was actually through Vietnam WiSE. And a couple of you guys who just went up and did your slideshows, I'm very impressed by your cadence and your speech. But the first time that I did it when I was 12 years old, it was not that good. It was a very incoherent. I made my slides, I put too much text on it, too many words, too many pictures, spoke too fast. It was not a good look. But I remember getting a lot of feedback from Sadiq Shankal, things like, don't put too much text on your screen, don't speak so fast, things like that, which I still remember and I still keep in mind when I make my slides and do my presentations to this day. And so it sounds trivial saying that now, but it genuinely had a lasting impact on me, and I'm very grateful to have had that experience here with Vietnam WiSE. And finally, growing up an introvert, and I'm sure there are other introverts in the crowd who can relate to this, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I had friends at school and maybe like 1 or 2 friends in my building where I stayed. But outside of that, I didn't really know how to meet new people and make new friends and, things like that. And until I started, becoming an active member with the Vietnam WiSE community, and I used to come to these weekly sessions and be surrounded by other kids. And I had to learn how to interact with other people and, make new friends. And it's a skill that you can learn, right, to make friends. And you don't realize that it's a skill that you can learn in life until you're put in these environments where you're unfamiliar with the environment that you're in. You're surrounded by unfamiliar people, and you have to sort of navigate that and try to make friends and become a part of it, right, to fit in. For me, for example, when I first moved to Canada, I was thrown into a culture that I was completely unfamiliar with, and surrounded by tons of people that practically spoke an entirely different language from me. And so I had to learn how to make new friends and fit into that environment. And some of the experiences that I had here with Vietnam WiSE certainly helped me do that. And so I'm extremely thankful for the time that I got to spend here with this community for that. So yeah, looking back, there are tons of other similar experiences that I had growing up that as part of Vietnam WiSE that helped me come out of my comfort zone and try new things out and really gain some confidence in myself. And for that reason, I'll always be grateful to this community. And today I'm very glad that I get this opportunity to reconnect with everyone once again. And I hope I can have similar opportunities in the future as well. With that being said, thank you, and wishing everyone a Happy New Year.